Hey guys, I was going to do this live, but I don't think the connection is strong enough. But it's Tune Up Tuesday, when I share some ideas and insights on things that I use just to tune up areas of my performance. What made me think to do it again was one, it's Tuesday, and Tuesdays are the day I push my whole day back to start a little later so I can go to my craft class first in the morning. One of the best martial arts academies in the world. I mean that actually. But yeah, and I also was reminded because I put the Batmobile in the shop this morning and to get tuned up and some things checked on before we roll into the heat of summer with my AC. Just want to check that out. So the idea today I want to talk about is a lot of people focus on in terms of them trying to increase their performance, get better performance, generate success by their own definition. A lot of their focus is on either planning and or effort. Planning and or effort, and those things seem logical. But I want to remind you that one of the most important components of any plan is consistency. Consistency, consistency, consistency. That's the secret. That's what gels results. That's what turns input into results. And the idea I'd like you to consider, or a different way to look at it, is like think about your results as an address. So think about you ordering something online like Amazon or something like that, and they're telling you, okay, it's going to take 6 weeks for delivery or 4 weeks for delivery, or and Amazon these days is like same day, right? But just say they say it's going to take a 6 week delivery, and okay, you order that, and 6 weeks later something shows up at your address. Well, when you are not consistent with your effort, when you're not consistent with your task, when you're not consistent in doing the things that you've committed to do to achieve the results you want, when you're not consistent, it's like ordering something and then after you order it, you start moving, changing your location, changing your address, changing your address. So it never shows up. It just never shows up, right? So whether it's a diet plan that people jump all in, give a lot of effort and focus on, and then they stop, and then they come back and they do it again, and then they stop, and they come back and they do it again, and they stop. Same with fitness. That is the majority of people's fitness plan is that. They go all in, they go all crazy for a little while, then they stop for a while, then they go back in for a while. Same in business, same in sales and marketing. They do something with a lot of effort for a period, then they stop. Then they come back and they do something with a lot of period for an effort. But then they look at that whole period of off and on, off and on, off and on, and say, wow, I put in all this effort over all of this time, but my results don't seem to be worth it. Or my results aren't, impressive, or my results aren't good enough. Well, that's because the results can't find you. You're not consistent enough for your results to find you. So it's like you ordered all these great things, and then you move, and those things don't show up. They don't know how to find you. That's just an interesting way that to look at your effort result relationship that might keep you in the box just a little bit longer. Another thing I like to encourage people to do is put structure around the activity. And here's what I mean by put structure around the activity. So that forces the activity, that reinforces the activity, right? So here's a simple lifestyle thing. I'll give it a real life example in my case. So I just changed locations, and the new place I moved into is a mile away from my gym. So now I'm realized that if I go to the gym the same number of times that I'm already going to the gym, that I'm already committed to going to the gym, if I continue to do that, but now I just don't use my car to get there, right? That's a structure, right? Because once I walk out of the door, I commit to getting there. I'm in a structure that I can't get out of, right? So even if tomorrow I decide to adjust my lifestyle to incorporate this structure, right? The minute I walk out of my door and I commit to this, and I get to the gym, even if my workout isn't the best in the world, just by getting back home, just getting there and back, I've probably done more than most, right? So, and on good days, I've done this on top of my workout, right? On mediocre days, this is in addition to my workout. So this is a little structure that I can add to reinforce the behavior that I want to do that I know is required for me to get results. So I'm going to challenge you to look around at your life, at the many areas of things you have plans around. Look at the activity. One, think about this address idea. Are you staying at your address long enough for the results to show up? Are you being consistent, 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 consistent? The other is, are there things you can do, adjustments you can make in your lifestyle that force you into a place where you're committed to that activity? Whether it's, not having the food you don't want to eat around, whether it's, if you're trying to watch less TV, you know what? Cut the cable off or take away the premium channels. If just do things that force you into a circumstance that is supporting what it is you're trying to do, where it is you're trying to go, and who it is you're trying to become. Just an idea. Time for me to go get some. Consistent.